Today we're going to talk about representing three-digit numbers with a 0 in it. So let's look at the top part. What does this picture of blocks show? Well, I'm counting and I see 1 200s. I don't see any 10s though, but I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. So if I look at the top up here, it looks like my answer would be 26, but I know this is the number 2 and it's for 200s. So I don't see any 10s, so I'm going to put a 0 in the middle for 0 10s. Okay, so what number does this picture block show? It shows 206. How do you know? Well, I just counted it. I counted to make sure that was the number. So how could you show the number on this expander down here? Well, I'm going to go up here and look at my hundreds. I have 2 hundreds. So I'm going to put a 2 on the expander right here. How many 10s do I have? I don't have any 10s blocks. I have 0 10s blocks, so I'm going to put a 0. And then how many ones? I have 6 ones. So there's my answer, 206. What does the 0 mean? Well, the 0 is the placeholder. It just means that there's not any 10s there. So that's all that means. So when you say 206, you don't say the 0 when you read the number out loud. It's just holding that place for us. Okay, what does the 0 mean in each of these numbers? Well, in this number, the 0 is in the ones place, but we don't say 20, we say 20. In this number, the 0 is in the tens place, but we don't say 10-5 or 105. We just say 105. Let's look at the next one. Just like in the 20 over here, this is 60. We don't say 60 or 60. The 0 is just holding the place for the ones place. If I just had a 6 by itself and I didn't put the 0, then my number would be 6. So I have to put that 0 on there to show that it's 60. On this one, we have 1, a 4, and a 0. So that's going to be 140. It's not 14-0 because this is the hundreds place, and this is the tens place, and this is the ones place. So I have to say 140. On this next number, we don't say 507, we say 507. Remember, we don't say 0, we just know that it's holding the place where the tens should be. The last one, this one is 230. I don't say 230 or 230, I say 230 because this 2 is in the tens or the hundreds place, and the 3 is in the tens place, and that 0 is holding the spot for the ones place. Let's look down here. We're just going to do the first 2. Color the blocks to match the number on the expander. So I have 502. So I'm going to color in 500s blocks. Since I'm on a computer, I'm just going to kind of squiggle across them like this. So there we go, makes it not look like a 3. There's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. I don't need to color this last one in because I only need 5 of them. Then let's look at the tens place. I have 0 in the tens place. So I'm not going to color in any of these tens blocks because I don't need them. I have a 0 there. Okay, then I have a 2 in the ones place. So I only need 2 of these ones blocks. So there's 502. Let's look at letter B. I have a 6 in the hundreds place. So again, I'm going to color in 600s blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now let's look at our tens place. I have 0 in the tens place. So again, I don't need to color any of these tens blocks in. I don't do anything to them. So then I come over to my ones place and I have a 9 there. So I need to color in 9 ones blocks. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now notice I didn't just draw a line through them. I actually colored each one. If you draw a line through them, it can get a little confusing and you might think that you are drawing a tens block. So we don't want to do that. So you know what? Let's do this last one. There's only one left on the page. So let's look at 350. So I'm going to color in 3 hundreds blocks. 1, 2, 3. And then I have to color in 5 tens blocks this time. I do have tens blocks now. So I'm going to color in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, do I have any in my ones place? I don't. I have a 0. So what do I do here on my ones blocks? I don't color any. I color in 0. Well, if you color in 0, you don't color any in. There's none colored. So that's what I do for that one. Let's switch over to this page because that was representing 3-digit numbers with zeros. Let's look at some teens with the zeros. So when we count by ones, we count 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and so on. And so that's what we're going to look at today. So let's read. How do you say the number shown by the blocks in this picture? So remember, good mathematicians make notes for themselves. So I'm going to count my hundreds blocks. 1, 2, 3 hundreds. How many tens? One set of 10. How many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so how would we say this number? Benny Bear says 315. You say the tens and ones together. So it's just like when I'm saying a 2-digit number like 25 or 37. I put the 1 and the 5 together and I say 15. So how would you show it on the expander? Well, we would show, just like we did yesterday, 3 hundreds, put a 1 there, and a 5 there. So 315. Let's look down here. How do you say the total number shown by these blocks? Remember, I'm going to make notes for myself, so I have 1 200s blocks, 1 tens block, and 2 ones blocks. So this number would be 200. What did you say? If you said 212, you're correct. Let's look down here. Color blocks to match the number on the expander. Hey, this is just what we were doing on the other page. So I'm going to look at my hundreds place first, and I'm going to color in, for my hundreds place, 3 blocks. So there's 2 and 3. Now let's look at our tens place. I have a 1 there, so I'm only going to color in 1 tens block. Now let's look at the ones place. I have a 7, so I'm going to color in 7. 1, 2, whoops, made a mistake. Sometimes even grown-ups make mistakes, so we're going to try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's my 7. So I have 300, 10 and 7 is 17, so 317. Let's look at letter B. 6 hundreds blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many tens blocks? Just 1. How many ones blocks? 0. So again, I don't need to color any ones blocks on that one. Let's look at letter C. 1 hundreds block. 2 tens blocks. 1, 2, and then 1 ones block. So I have 100, 10, 20, 21. Up here on B, I had 600, 10. No ones. Now you're going to try this on your own on your worksheet.